Welcome back to Student Pages Magazine. I'm your host, Christian, and today we are joined by internationally renowned DJ and producer Martin Jensen and our artist, Sasha. Thank you guys for joining me today. Can you guys give us a little background into how you got into the music industry and why you chose this path?
I will let you go first, Sasha.
Okay, so I started off as a hairdresser. My mum was a hairdresser and I didn't really know how to get into music. I grew up in a little town in Scotland and I always wanted to do singing. So I posted little videos on YouTube of me doing covers. And then I got scouted for the British X Factor off the back of doing those videos. Thankfully didn't get too far, so I wasn't like heavily associated with the show, but I met a music manager that then got me into doing sessions and it all sort of snowballed from there. But I've always wanted to do music. I just wasn't sure like how to get in living in Scotland, and there wasn't much of a music scene where I was from. But yeah, it all led me to kind of where I am now. So grateful for the journey.
So I've been DJing since I was 15 years old. So that must be around 18. No. Damn it. 19 years now. I'm getting old. So I've been playing music for most my life, and it only been for fun and only been for like having fun. I love to perform and stuff like that. But then when I turned 24, 23, I was more like, okay, I actually could make a career in for that. So I decided to be a professional musician, and that worked out apparently pretty well. And actually, fun thing, I didn't know Sasha as you was like doing X Factor. I would definitely have said yes to you. I was the judge of the Danish X Factor for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. I would definitely have said yes. That's for sure. Of course, I
Thanks.
said yes now. So you could actually said she actually got her approval by X Factor with being on this song with me and Laurent.
Wow.
Come full circle.
It's full
Yeah,
circle.
it's a full circle now, yeah. How was your new release, Follow Me, developed by you personally as artists?
I mean, it's actually a different vibe to what I normally do. Normally, I do quite like dark, like not sad, but very emotional kind of dance stuff. All the stuff I've got coming out later this year is along those lines. And I did a session with Laurent, who's also part of this track. We went in the studio one day and I said, I just wanted to try something different. So we tried kind of more uplifting, like throwbacky kind of, that's the kind of music I like the kind of 2010s, like the old school ghetto music, like just the feel good tunes. I thought, let's just try something new and just see if it works. And it just flowed so quickly. And I think we knew when we wrote it that Martin was one of the people we wanted to send it to. And I think within about 10 minutes of Laurent sending it, he was like, stop pitching it. Martin wants this song. And you phoned him like at some godly time in the morning and you were like, don't send this to anyone else. Like, we knew at that point, like Martin loved it so much that it just had to be him.
Yeah, we needed to finish it and we needed to make it, a hit and just make it as it is today. And yeah, and another fun thing you say, Sasha, said you don't. It sounds happy, the song, but actually the lyrics is like a bit of creepy. We have been talking about that when we were doing the content. It's like follow me, follow me, follow me, which is you shouldn't listen to this as a dark night when you're walking home after the city, right? Like it's gonna be a bit of a creepy song. But I just, as you said, when I heard the song when Laurent sent it to me, I was just going fully crazy. I heard it in the morning and I just called him, I think 5, 6 times. He didn't pick up. He never picks up the phone when I'm like calling him. I don't know what's wrong. But every time I text him, he answering me. So I was like, I just sent him 5 texts as well. Don't pitch this one to others. This is ours now. We need to finish this one because this one is amazing. And truly, I believe this song is kind of as you said, like it's a good of the golden age between 2008 2012, and then with the touch of 2025. I really appreciate this single, and I really believe it's a good release to do.
What was your inspiration behind the music, though?
That was the thing, as you said before as well, like creating that 28, 2012 vibe, kind of like an old Greta song would be, but taking into the new era of like being uplifting and being happy and,
Yes.
not getting stuck in the old blocks all the way around, but like actually creating something that will be nice now, but also getting you to reminding about when times was probably not as social
Yeah.
media, not as forced, not as pressured at you actually getting, oh, you cannot call it nostalgic yet, but you're getting kind of a theme of the early 2000s.
Ah, I see now. So urban, yet kind of nostalgic then.
Yeah, but you cannot
Ah.
really. I think is it 1995 before you can call it nostalgic now? So I'm actually nostalgic apparently.
Oh, I see. How would each of you describe your music then?
My usual, I mean, to be honest, what I've released up until now has been a little here, there, and everywhere. Whereas, like, the rest of this year, the records I have coming are very, like, emotional, big vocal dance tracks. That's the usual sort of thing I now do. But I think it's nice sometimes to do something a little bit out of your norm, which is why I'm actually really excited about this record. It's like, it's just a feel good tune. And I think that's, we all like to listen to that when we're getting ready or when the weather is nice or you're on holiday or whatever. So yeah, I'm excited to have this one in the mix of what I've got coming out. It's different to my usual, but it's just a good song ultimately, and it's so catchy. Like, I was just playing it the other day and I heard my dad whistling it in the kitchen. It's like, if someone can pick up the melody of a song really quickly, I just think like you're onto something. So, catchy feel good tunes, I guess, is what I like to think I do.
What about you, Martin?
Basically the same. I'm not into any sad songs. I'm very bad at that. Everything I listen to personally is also very happy, very energetic, very. The only sad song I listen to, it's only happy songs. It is good vibes. It is. I think Sasha said it all. That she's singing a lot of sad songs herself. I don't know what that's about, but what I listen to is definitely with the happy pieces of it.
Good vibes all through then. Could you tell us about how the people involved in your life inspired you to strive to where you are now?
I mean, my mom and dad probably are my biggest inspirations. My mom is like the biggest hustler on planet Earth. She came from nothing and she's built a successful chain of hair salons. My mom and dad run those together. But my mom literally never stops, and I think that she's always taught me like the sky is the limit, and you can literally achieve whatever you want as long as you work hard for it. And I think that's the philosophy that I have drilled into me and I put into practice. So I'd definitely say my mom and dad.
Mostly, actually, what's inspired me the most is when I want to prove people wrong. They're saying I cannot do it. So that is how I'm using it. Because when people are believing too much in me, then I'm just like, well, I did it. Like I don't really have to do anything more because yes, I did it. So when I have someone I can actually be super mad about that don't believe me, that is a pressure point for me, which will make me run way faster.
How important was it to find people in the music industry that were keen to the music you were looking to produce?
I would actually say not super important because then you legit just gonna do the same thing. It's way more important to find somebody that's not in your lane and can do something completely different. That's what I like. So getting one that's doing rap is super interesting for a guy for me as me that's doing like pop electronic music. Or actually the singer on my biggest song, Soul Dance, he was a jazz musician. So I think it's super important to find something you're not comfortable with and then trying to develop that into your sound.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say in particular with dance, I feel like it's such a broad genre and it can sound so different. I work a lot with the same kinds of people and I find I'm in like my safe little bubble of I know what I'm going to get, but I sometimes feel like I get the most interesting records, as Martin said, when you bring something, someone that does maybe a different genre, or like, I like sometimes working with like singer-songwriters that, come from a different angle for lyrics or whatever. I think you can do that with dance and you end up getting interesting sounding records that don't, sound exactly like everyone else. I think it's important to find a core group of people you like working with that you're going to get the types of songs you want, but it's important to always work with new people and work with like someone that might not necessarily even do dance that comes from a different genre just to keep it interesting.
What advice would you give to students looking to get into the music industry?
No, it's a difficult one because it's super easy to say that just do it and just whatever. But like it's tough. It's super freaking tough. Get somebody that don't believe you, take that as fuel and run with it and prove them wrong. I think that prove them wrong. I think that would be the best fuel you can ever get as an artist.
My advice would be somewhat similar. I think I've been told no a billion times. I've had a billion different opinions. And I think ultimately you have to trust your gut, your vision, your sound, your music that you're doing. I mean, I literally was told no so many times. I was told don't try and be a singer, just do the writing, like let someone else sing it. But I always had visions that I wanted to be the singer and I stuck to that. and I stuck to making the types of music that I like, and I find the people that enjoy that music too, rather than trying to jump on every trend and please everyone. I think you've got to have a thick skin, and yeah, don't really listen to the outside noise. As long as you believe in what you're doing, you'll find the right audience and you'll find, your flow that way.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you,
Thanks very much for
Christian.
your time.
Cheers.
Speak
Bye.
soon.
Cheers. Take care.